Martin got to see The Lion King, and I did not. I was out of town, leaving town the day they had the screening. Mm-hmm. But
I know you're trying to delay your flight.
Begging for scraps.
Let's bring on Chris Herman. Chris, how you doing? Brought on Chris to do this review with me, and also brought him on to tell him about these wonderful things at dtmerch.com. He hates that. I am one of the few people. I think that I know that Disney. I know you wrong for this. There was no reason to make this movie except for money.
In the circle of life.
Look, all y'all! I'm gonna get this money. Because that's that's what he says. I don't care if y'all don't want this or not. I'm about to get paid out here. And that is when a lot of people are saying that, come on, Disney. We know that, sure, this is a masterpiece, the original Lion King. Sure, it's beloved by everybody. Why not, pick it up, put some real fur on it?
Yeah, we can re-release this in the theater as it is only so many times.
Yeah. I think what a lot of people are just saying that, you're not doing anything different except for one thing, and that is making them look real. The characters in here in The Lion King 2019. And I would say that is the one reason why I defend this, because I was actually very much wanting to see this. I was very curious if not genuinely wanting to see it, because first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of The Lion King. I like The Lion King, the original Lion King. It's not my favorite Disney animated film of the Renaissance, the new golden age.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his strongest film. But hey, it resonated with a lot of kids. They love it. But I can see why some people would not want, for what is for them a classic, a masterpiece, to be touched. I agree with you to a certain extent. And that is, yes, they're doing this for money. But I also thought, well, just like Walt Disney himself, they want to continuously push technology, because this is not a live action remake. This is animated.
None of this is with real animals.
And I don't even think these environments are real. This grass ain't real. No. Them clouds ain't real. None of this this dirt is not real. None of this is real. So it's just them continuing to push the boundaries of CG technology, but doing it in an area where it's like, and I get it, man, from a business standpoint, we're doing it in an area where it's safe. We get to push this technology, but hey, we get to get our money too. I'll do a review of it next week when the movie comes out. I'm gonna go see it, and we'll come in, we'll do the review. But for right now, it'll be kind of interesting to see how that compares against yours.
Sure.
See if I agree, disagree. But yeah, man, take it. How is this?
Okay, so like you, I'm not the biggest fan of The Lion King. I mean, I like it okay, but I was never moved by it. But I've come to a different side of it, in as much as my youngest daughter, who's really into musical theater, she was Rafiki in a Lion King production. So I got to see it from that point of view, just the musical. So it's kind of turned me around on it. It's like, all right, I now have an affinity for it. And watching this, you see this movie, and what you talk about, the technical aspect, it's fantastic. I mean, they top what they did in the Jungle Book to the point. It's so good that it really looks like one of Disney's nature films. It's so much not that different than the one we saw recently with the Penguin, where they have their documentarians out there amongst animals filming hours and days and weeks and months of footage, and then editing it all together to build a story. It really does come across like that. And that story is just one that you're familiar with. It's like, oh, okay, we got enough footage to remake Hamlet. But the thing is, I've been seeing lately how there's been this big backlash against the film, where people are like, yeah, but the movie's soulless, and the CG animals can't emote. And I just think, I don't understand y'all, because how'd you think it was going to be? I mean, you're saying that real animals can't emote the way that hand-drawn animation does? Yeah, no shit. I mean, you got to know that going in. It just it's not going to be there. And it does a good job for what it's trying to do, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's emotionally you just can't quite get there. because there's so many things you say like, hey, this doesn't have to be the same. Sorry, this doesn't have to be the same, but some of this does need to be there. A big thing is Chiwetel Ejiofor is Scar, the voice of Scar, and you see Scar here, and Scar comes off like with Jeremy Irons. Scar was very affected, contemptible. Mm-hmm. He always came off as lazy. Just a lot of things where he thought highly of himself.
A bitch.
A coward.
Yeah.
And all, just everything you just kind of hate. But that was almost kind of what made him such a good villain, that he had all those qualities we love.
I will give you that.
And he could just deliver a line in such a way where you're like, man, I can't stand you, and yet I like hanging out with you.
I tell you that now I will say this, that I don't mean to interrupt, but I would say that for me talking about the Lion King, it's not that I don't like it. I think Scar is one of their best villains.
Yeah,
man.
he is.
Scar is right up there with Jafar, where because everything that's shitty about him, he puts a little effeminate twist to it. It just makes you even angrier.
Yeah.
Cause look at him right there. Look how he just dismissive. He's like, fuck you. It's like, it was just something about Scar.
What you saying? Well, nothing.
The way he treated Simba, he was like, that was some petty shit that he did.
Yeah.
Does that come across the way in this movie?
No, in this movie, Scar is a bit more like he's a snob. But he seems like, okay, he got his ass beat a while ago and never quite recovered. He's kind of snobby, but he's not really sniveling. Like he kind of just mutters shit under his breath. So Mufasa can go like, "What'd you say?" And he's like, nah. like he almost seemed like he would repeat it, but he just kind of walks away.
Sounds like he's disaffected.
Yeah. It is more like that. I mean, he's scheming, but it's just so much of what you love about Scar is just kind of missing. And besides, Chiwetel's performance, you can't make this lion have those mannerisms. Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to stop looking like a real lion.
Yeah.
You can't cross that. You can't cross that barrier. There's just no way to get around it. And then you have Donald Glover and Beyonce as Simba and Nala, and they're okay. It's not bad. Just not anything special. Really, they sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" And I noticed, they're singing this song, but it's in the middle of the day. It kind of doesn't even really make sense. I kept thinking, like, okay, they're going to have the sun come down at some point during the scene. And like, no, it's the middle of the day.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Can you feel the love tonight? Yeah, the night gets here. Why are we out in this hot ass sun right now?
The thing you will notice that will probably disappoint you, other than not getting those emotive performances, is that a lot of characters get shorted. Like Rafiki barely has a role in this.
Really?
Yeah.
You're talking about the baboon.
The baboon. Yeah. He's like he disappears for so much of the film. When he comes back, you're like, oh, I forgot he was even a part of this whole thing.
Can I ask you, are they cutting down on the screen time of some of these characters? Because if they do certain scenes with them, it's going to take away from them looking like animals.
I don't know about that. They cut out a lot of the songs. Mm-hmm. It's weird because this is a half hour longer, but they cut stuff out. But what they do is they just kind of, because so much of it is shot for shot, but they'll just extend some of those scenes a minute or two.
Look at this technology. Look how beautiful this looks. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And I didn't really notice it. It wasn't like I felt a little bit of the length. Kind of like I was kind of at that point. I'm like, I'm not sure how long this was. I feel like it was 2 hours, and it was.
Yeah, it's straight up 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, but they don't really add anything. The only thing that's added is that there's some scenes where they took not the song itself, but the music from the musical, and just had that play in the background of some scenes. But it's a bunch of songs that they just pull out because they don't make it as much of a musical as what you're used to from the animated cartoon.
Okay.
Now, when I talk about the performances being good, okay, nothing spectacular, the two guys who do shine above all of this are Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Pumbaa and Timon. When they come on, the movie wakes up a lot. And Billy Eichner, I didn't even know that was his voice until afterwards. He's a great Timon.
You know what? I got a clip of them here, and that's what I was going to ask you because people are talking about that these animals don't emote. But I was watching this clip with Timon and Pumbaa, and I thought, well, okay, maybe they don't have the same expressions where they're mimicking human emotions,
Right.
But the personality,
Yes.
still came through.
They really brought the personality.
Oh no, it's a little lion! It's a lion! Run for your life! Can we keep him? Yes, of course we can keep him!
And this is what made me want to see the movie even more because it was it wasn't that they were trying to they found the right combination of personality for these, and they mixed it with the way the animals really act. Like what his line reading went with that when he says, "Oh, it's a real lion," and he does a little jump right there and that little scurry. I was like, you know what? They weren't trying to. This is where it seemed like they were really trying to do their own thing and distinguish it from the animated film.
Yeah, because the dialogue's not exactly the same. They throw in some of their own jokes. Other stuff they kind of edit. They make it their own, and it's almost like they didn't give them free reign, but they said, "Hey, do your own thing, but stick with what you have to do." And because up to that point, I was just like, all right, I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions to get through this. And then they come on, and I was like, all right, now I'm really into this movie now.
So they're the ones that actually made the movie.
Yeah, they really do make the movie. Everything else is just, okay. I mean, like, even with the songs, some of the actors, like Chiwetel, he kind of talks his song through.
Everybody keeps saying that, man. He's doing some spoken word.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible, that's why. I've listened to the soundtracks, the one thing, and Be Prepared, it's like one of my favorite Disney villain songs of all time, up there with, like Poor Unfortunate Souls and Hellfire. And I listen to that, and I'm like, he can't sing.
Yeah.
Then why even have it in there to begin with? This makes any sense.
Be prepared.
Yeah. And then the Heinz is like, be prepared. Be prepared. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was very frustrated.
Actually, here's the original where it's Alan Cummings that come in.
Jim
Cummings. Jim Cummings comes in and sings the he does the singing part while was it
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. Jeremy Irons blew his voice out voicing Scar, so they had to get Jim Cummings in and record parts of the song.
We are talking kings in succession. Even you can be caught unawares.
I saw him over there.
Oh, I gotta keep it going.
Because they started playing. He was like,
So prepare for the chance of a lifetime. Yes, prepare for sensational news. A shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer.
tonight at Oil Can Harry's, we will have.
They should have got you.
I know they should have got you to do
an actual
it.
goddamn effort into it.
I expect to look over and he's gonna be dressed like a lion, big gay ass lion.
New era is tiptoeing nearer.
And where do we feature?
Just listen to teacher.
Boy, Scar, gay as.
Never. He's the lead, becomes leader of the Pride. Never has an heir.
Right, right.
No.
All those female lions around him for years.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Did you see the way he like Mars? Darling.
Prepared for sensational news.
Oh, baby. You know what I mean? So what are you doing tonight? This is a Chiwetel Ejiofor's version of that, and I listened to it yesterday. I didn't get now the. You know, I was at the hotel, so I couldn't hear it too well because the TV was turned down a little bit.
Right.
So I was talking shit, but I really couldn't hear it that well.
You were accurate.
I heard a little bit. I just thought maybe I just can't hear this brother, you know. I don't want to be, I don't want to be an asshole. I was like, okay, here's the Chiwetel Ejiofor. How you say his name? Ejiofor.
The need for a different dream.
Yes, Leonine.
Does he read from a book?
Doing slam poetry.
He's wearing glasses. Like I picture Scar with glasses on. We will do this.
Wide-ranging and even encompasses you.
See, that's where he says,
Even encompasses you.
I can tell. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I can definitely tell. And again, not being fair because I haven't seen the scene in motion. I'm only looking at a screen right here. But we just heard the original where they even put like what was it? It had sort of they even put like another musical styling to it. Like it had sort of I don't know. I might be wrong, like a calypso feeling or something to it.
I don't know if it was calypso.
No, probably not one calypso, but it was something. There was something in it to that song where it was bumped up a little bit more, giving it more life. It just wasn't an orchestration. It wasn't the Emperor's theme.
Right. Well, also when you look back at from the animated movie, the music is pumped. He's singing. There's dramatic lighting. So much is playing in the expression, and you're just not going to get that. You're just watching a lion out on the plains. Mouthing words,
lip syncing. Well, that is too bad to hear, man. I mean, of course, I'll see it, and I'll have my own judgment in there, but it really is kind of falling in line with what a lot of people are saying, and I hope that doesn't really go in and steer how I see the film. But it sounds like you're saying what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I mean it's just the truth. You sometimes you get one of these where they're really inspired and they want to do something different, and then others you get like Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast, where it's almost shot for shot, except it's limited by what humans can actually do, where animation is not.
It's funny, man, how we have all this technology, to do these amazing things where we are. I think that's what it is, man. We're recreating the real world. We came this far with CG just to make things look real.
Yeah,
and not to go outside.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody does a painting and it's a hyper realistic painting, and you're like, wow, technically that is amazing.
Yeah,
I bow to your technical skill.
Yeah,
but as a piece of art that's going to move me, I could just as well have taken a photo.
Yeah, exactly. And then you look at this, and you're just kind of like, wow, this has, for something that is done with not nearly the technological level of what they're doing. This has so much more life.
Yeah.
That's too bad, man. What would you give it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, part of me feels like I know for me personally, I would just wait till it came on TV. But I feel like giving it a matinee or maybe a low matinee, just because Timon and Pumbaa are so good.
Really?
They really are that good.
Damn, Timon and Pumbaa are that good that they saved the movie?
I mean, it made me want. I was like, I wish they had done the Lion King in 1.5.
Yeah, you remember that where Timon and Pumbaa just went around? Yeah, and they were behind the scenes of everything that was happening that we saw in the Lion King. I love that, man.
Yeah. It was what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I wasn't all hurt by it.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I'd rather they do something new or try a new angle on it. Because had they gone full musical, they could have had all the drama in there. But they chose not to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we will see what my review is like in a couple of weeks. Until then, it's still enough to actually make me want to look forward to it. I tell you what I would do. I think what would be bad for me is that I'm not going in to look at it for the storytelling or the great characters. I'm going to go in just to look at, wow, this looks impressive. And that's it.
But that's the thing. It's impressive. It really is impressive what they do. After about 30 minutes, you're impressed. It ain't like it keeps getting better and better.
You got 90 minutes left. It's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Thanks for watching, everybody. And look at that. You made it to the end of the video, which means you want more. So hit that subscribe button. And also, you really love us, so you do want more of it. So you can find that over at doubletoasted.com, our main site. And over there, you'll find the long version of this video, along with the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at our store, dtmerch.com. Get some stuff over there. And if nothing else, stay toasted.